Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Good. Good. I forgot to mention I speak perfect English as well. By the way, for the phone call, he said $5, right? I forgot to bring it up to you. My section is 50, not $5. Wow. Right? Yes. It raise fund better that way, right? Talk about phone. Donald, would you please check your phone and send you a text message? Alright. Now, good morning again. For those of you, how many of you can I see a raise of hand that have you ever utilize your iPad to help you in your business? Can I see a raise of hand? How many of you? Wow, so not all of you, huh? So do you know with the iPad nowadays, it can help you to do a lot of things, especially as a real estate? You guys supposed to say yes. Yeah. There you go. Come on. How about this? Let's make it more fun. I know it's kind of early for you. Let's have some interactive. So we keep the meeting going more funny and more energetic. Okay? Good. Yes. All right. Now, for those of you that don't know that nowadays the iPad, especially the iPad, which is I like the most, they have many of the apps in the market already. As I remember, up to now, we get very close to 1 million of them now. Okay, and for those of you that I might kind of like disappoint you, I'm not the one gonna change you all those apps. To be quite honest, I don't have that much of time. If I have to train you all of those apps, it's gonna take probably at least 6 of my life. I only have 1 life for this life. So, to make the story short is this. This is my philosophy behind the iPad, which is whenever you're using the technology, you have to fall into 3 categories, and which is I named them called SAM, S-A-M. And if you want to buy any of the technology, you do take a look into those considerations. It will help you dramatically. Now, what I mean by SAM, number 1, nowadays every technology that we use, regardless of software or hardware, it have to be simplicity. Am I right? Yeah. If you have to buy something, oh, thank you for saying yes. I like that. If you buy something nowadays and it take you like at least you have to have a PhD or a doctorate to operate that one. Come on, it's too much. So therefore, number 1, simplicity is the key in everything. You have to be so simple and no-brainer. And besides, we don't have time to do that anymore. Am I right? If you need to take time to go to class, forget it. Number 2, have to be affordable. You cannot be going out, oh, okay, this is a very simple, but it's going to cost you like $50,000. Then forget it. Number 3, have to be mobility. Am I right? Which is letter M, SAM, S-A-M. Why is mobility nowadays? If every device that you buy nowadays, you have to lock yourself in your office. And you go like, okay, I need to go back to my office to check the listing for you, or I need to go back to the office to get some calm for you. Would that be kind of like, wait a minute, why do you have to do that nowadays? How many, can you give me a phone? Thank you. How many of you have this device right here? Almost everyone, right? Do you know that, don't have to be the same, right? This one a little bit overkill for me, right? So now, if you have this one nowadays, I believe you already have an internet service with your phone. Am I right? Yes. And also this device, they do have a feature called the Wi-Fi hotspot for you to share it. So basically, when you have this one with your iPad together, you already have your office with you anywhere you go. Does that sound good? Yes. Yes. See that? Now, today, I only have 20 minutes to share with you what we have. And I'm not going to have time to teach you how to use that. However, not tomorrow, they changed my schedule to next Friday. Next Friday will be an iPad class training, and you are more than welcome to come, and I will share with you more in detail. But today, I will take this to share with you the overview of how the technology can help you. All right? So now, as mentioned earlier, this device, it can help you to share out a lot of data, which is your Wi-Fi. And some people kind of like afraid that, oh, what if the cost for this one? Again, remember my motto, have to be affordable. Nowadays, if you sign up a mobile plan, as I remember, unlimited data is only cost you about $50. Still very affordable, am I right? You see? So now let's go back to an iPad. For an iPad, some people wondering, what can I do with my business? Actually, it's a lot to do with your business, especially as a realtor. How do you use that? Number 1, do you know nowadays you can check listing with your iPad almost everywhere you go, as long as you have a Wi-Fi hotspot, right? Number two, for the simplicity, nowadays a lot of those title company, I don't know which title rep that you use, but do talk to them. They did develop a lot of new, very innovative technology for the maps. So what you do is, as soon as you have the app that you have on your iPad, all you need to do is just press of the map of where you're standing. They will tell you exactly the location you are, how many listing is available right now, what is the sell comp and what is the sell price on that area. That was so cool. You can literally answer all the questions to all your buyers whenever they ask you. You don't really have to go home and go back to your office and do anything about that. And number two, nowadays with the iPad, when you're using the iPad, you can literally have those listings inside your iPad when you show houses, instead of holding a bunch of paperwork and then like flipping around page after page of looking for the listing. And you can all do that. And how do I do that? For those of you that might know a little bit about the iPad, it's quite simple. When you go to your MLS listing and you check out which is on the matrix, when you check your listing on matrix, after you found your matrix listing that you like, just print them out as a Adobe, which is a PDF. After you print it out as a PDF, what do? In your iPad, they give you a function that you can open in your iBooks. If you don't have an iBook yet, go ahead and download an iBook, and again, it's free. See, so affordable, right? Now, after you have those listings, you download it, and then you bring it back into your iBook. Now, when you carry your iPad, that is your listing that you can show all your clients wherever you want to go. And you can do that just like that. It was so fast. Everybody can do it. Right? Now, number three, with the iPad, you also can present the offer to your buyer through your iPad. Do you know that? Yes. Some people say yes. For those of you who don't know, you can do that too. Why? Our Realtor board was so generous, even provided a free mobile, what do you call that, the Zip Mobile, which is usually you have to pay for that. Even though the Zip Mobile is a web-based, but again, it's a mobile that means only for your tablets, iPad only. What does that mean is, they have two versions. One is called the desktop, and the online, which is you have to use your laptop. However, the iPad, which is the mobile, is the only one for mobile. Some people confuse and ask me, what is the difference? The difference is, one is for the iPad, the other one is for the desktop, but both of them is all online. Is that clear enough? Right. So for the Zip Mobile, when you get on Zip Mobile, basically you can literally tie up an offer online with your iPad tablets. Do you know that? Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, try it. It's so convenient. So literally everywhere you go, you can literally get onto your Wi-Fi and then you tied up the offer. When you're done with your offer, you can also present it right there to them. Now, also with the iPad, the number 4 point is, when you're using your iPad, you can help them sign the offer with your iPad. Now, you see that convenient? So you don't have to print them out. You don't have to print them out. You have them sign on your iPad. And when they're done with the iPad, what do? Do you have to print it out again? The answer is no. You can right there at the same spot, at the same time, email it out to the listing agent. Now, do you see how efficiency of the timing that you're doing this? It was so fast. Now, some of you were sitting there and wondering, what about all the pre-approved letter, all the deposit check, right? We do have the solution for that too. When you get that one, of course, you already prepared the FICO score or those kind of stuff. Am I right? You're supposed to have that in your file. Now, for the deposit check, all you need to do is taking your iPad, take a photo of the deposit check. And nowadays, they have some app called the scanner. You can literally take that photo and scan that and transfer that into the PDF as well. And again, most of the listing agents hate it when you send them multiple file and one of them with the JPEG, and which is a photo. They hate it. They go like, I need the PDF. Nowadays, you can literally convert the JPEG into PDF with your iPad. You see that? Everything done by the iPad. You don't need to do anything at all. And when you're done with the photo, convert them into a JPEG and combine them all the file, whatever you want. You have a full letter, a bank statement, the report, the credit report, and the check. And now with the report, with the purchase agreement that you just done, now combine them all together with one email, bang, you send them out to your listing agent. And the next thing you do is what? Call and follow up and see if they accept your offer. You see how fast it is? And if your buyer would like to have a copy right there on the spot, you can email it to them as well. And if they demand for a hard copy, go ahead, print it out and send it to them. Is that good?
Yes.
All right, you think does that help?
Yes.
All right. Now, time we still have a lot of time, okay? Now, I don't really know what to share with you more, but let me tell you what is the app that I'm using the most. Number one that I use is the one that I would test on the iPad training. They call the PDF Expert. PDF Expert, it costs only $9.95. And by the way, I do not work for that company, all right?
You don't get commission.
As a director, we have to disclaim anything, so no conflicts of interest, am I right?
Yes.
Yep. So again, I do not work for that company, so I will not make any profits on that one. The reason why I like to use that app is because that app, it does bring us a lot of conveniency. And I don't use, when I say convenient, it's like literally you don't need to learn anything. It's just like you see it, you touch it, you work it. That's how simple it is. And also the other app that I use the most is the scanner. The scanner is the one when you take a photo of a check or any bank statement that they give it to you that you have no time to scan it, you can literally convert that JPEG into a PDF file, and then you can store it on your iPad and you can send it out to them. That is the two apps that I use the most. Beside that two apps, of course, we still have to go back to our matrix, which is the system that we're using to check listing. And another one is the one that we're using with the zip phone. Now, the last one I use is sometimes depend you have a listing or not, which is the Open House Pro. With the Open House Pro is the one that to my point of view, is a must to everyone that doing open house. Why? Because it's very easy. When you have people coming in, all you need to do is just give them the iPad, and with the Open House Pro, you can literally custom everything that you want. You can ask the people come to see your open house. You can ask them like, is this your first time, and which is all the question that you're doing marketing for you. They will just pick up your iPad, they look at it, they will not hesitate to answer. And the last thing is they can also enter their email into that system for you. Now, this is the beauty of the system. When they're done with everything, at the end of the open house, when you say close out the day, as soon as you hit that button, you know what happened? All the visitors that come to visit you that day will receive a thank you email from you. And by one press only. Why? Because they are the one who do all the work in that. And all you need to do is come up with a generic thank you email already preset in that system. And with one button hit, bang, they receive everything. And by the end of the day, when you get home, probably take about 6 to 7 hours, you will receive a report telling you that who is just coming into your open house with all the email, all the contact information in there. Is that cool? Yeah. See, now we're helping you. Now again, that is the only 4 apps that I use the most. The 3 apps that I use the most. The first one is the PDF Expert. The second one is the scanner, which is the one that take photo and then convert the picture into the PDF. And number 3 is Open House Pro, P-R-O. Besides that, that's all you need. If you think of anything else, it's gonna wasting a lot of your time. And this is what I see. Close to 1 million apps. Which one do you know is good for you? Am I right?
Right.
So the only thing that you use it and then you like it and you stick with it. Otherwise, if you keep jumping around, I've been to a lot of different training on the iPad, and people like to train like, the last article that I read for 2014, they were saying 65 apps, the best app that all realtor must have. Let me ask you that, if you have 6 apps, do you still remember how to use them? Now he's suggesting 65 of them. I can't believe it. How can we remember all 65 of them, right? So just stick with a few that it really help and productive. That's what I see, all right? Now we still have plenty of time. At this time, why don't I open up to questionnaire, and whatever question you have, I would answer that.
One question.
Yes, Celis go first, behind you.
I gotta go.
You gotta go, okay, after you come back.
Do you think that sometime in the near future, you're gonna have maybe galaxy information for us? For those of us that don't have that.
Well, I was making a joke with the board. I don't have an Android, so if someone give me the Android to play with it, then maybe I will figure it out. But right now, this is what I see. Let's stick with the iPad. The Android is catching up right now, but I don't know how long will they do that. But before I make this statement, I would like to play with it first. As I know, after last year in November, they did have a lot of apps coming out already, and the Android nowadays did it very well. They are pretty close to the iPad now, but it's still kind of behind. So again, I don't know the answer yet, so I can't answer you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But yes, they do have a better function. But put it this way, if Android catch up with iPad, they will crash iPad. Because Android have a lot more feature. Let's say, for instance, you can have the, what you call it, the USB port, which is you can transfer file a lot more easier, and you can get access to anything that you want. It's a lot faster. And not only that, Android system was built by a lot of different companies. So you have more choices than the Apple. Apple is more like a, what you call that, they by themselves. So Apple is Apple, which is for Apple. Nobody else can get into it. But with Android system, you name it. Yeah, everybody. Yeah. All right. Any other question? Yes.
Why do you not recommend Dropbox?
That one is another one. It depends on how do you use it. With Dropbox is a good one. I did train Dropbox on the previous year on the on the iPad training. The only one thing that I kind of pull that thing back is because it's quite complicated, and especially what I see is on this audience, we are a little bit kind of behind of the technology. So I want to use the simplicity that we can do. But Dropbox is the must to have. I do have Dropbox as well. Yeah. What he means is that Dropbox is another services, which is also a free services for you to store on like an iCloud, so you can store everything online, and it's very easy to access. So you can store all your file online with Dropbox services, and everywhere you go around the globe, you can access to your file. That's what he means by Dropbox. I do have that one. Thank you for bringing it up. All right. Any other question? Wow, that means we can go home early today then. All right.